I'm Mrs. Adams, and I'm the Assistant Principal of Activities, and I'm here to talk to you about your dress code. You guys can always refer to your handbook if you have any questions about the dress code. The general rule is that any clothing, or lack thereof, or appearance of students that distracts from the learning is prohibited. The goal is to always keep the 4 B's covered: your backs, your breasts, your bellies, and your bottoms. Make sure that you are not showing any undergarments like your bras or your underwear, so no sagging and no bandos. All shirts need to have straps. If you choose to violate that dress code, you get to wear one of these lovely, spirited Newbury Park High School shirts and/or shorts. So make sure you follow that dress code. In addition, I'm here to talk to you about your ID cards. You are required to carry your ID card at all times. Even staff have to carry their ID cards at all times. If you lose it, you can always go to Mrs. Lena's desk and get a replacement card for $10. If you do not have your ID card on you and an adult asks for it, there can be disciplinary action. So make sure to always have your ID card. And always stay connected to the school. Join clubs and activities.
Good morning, Panthers. My name is Mrs. Welch. I'm the Assistant Principal of Attendance and Student Welfare. I'm here to remind you about the importance of coming to school every day and being on time. There is discipline that can be given if you miss too many days of school, as well as for your tardies. If you miss more than 9 days of school for illness, we will require you to turn in a doctor's note. So please be prepared to bring us a note from your doctor if you are ill. Obviously, if you are sick, we want you to stay home and recover. So if you are sick, please be sure your parents call into the attendance hotline to report your absence. Students with excessive unexcused absences will be referred to the SARB board, which is the Student Attendance Review Board. It is California state law that you are in school at all times. If you are going to be absent for an extended period of time, please pick up a planned absence form in the attendance office. Thanks so much, Panthers.
Hi, my name is Michael Godfrey. I'm one of the assistant principals here. Today I'll be talking to you about harassment and harassing behaviors. I'll talk about zero tolerance policy, as well as the co-curricular process for our student athletes. First, I'd like to talk about harassment. Harassment is unwanted and unwelcome behavior from other students or staff members that is perceived to create a hostile environment. There are several examples: unwanted touching, specific derogatory comments, requests for sexual behaviors, indecent exposure, and suggestive looks, among other things. If you feel that you are being harassed, please seek out any school personnel and let them know immediately. Consequences for harassment or bullying range from detention to suspension or even expulsion from school. Next, we have zero tolerance. Students will be suspended and could be recommended for expulsion if any of the following things occur: if you are in possession of a knife, explosive, gun, or dangerous object; selling, providing, or being under the influence of any drug, alcohol, or other controlled substance to, from, or at school or any school event; causing physical injury to other students except in self-defense; making a terrorist threat; breaking and entering, or committing robbery, or committing assault or battery. Lastly, I want to talk about the co-curricular process. Student athletes who violate any California Ed Code will be suspended from their sport for 1 full year from the date of the infraction. However, there is a co-curricular appeal process. In my office, you can pick up a co-curricular appeal and fill out. You will need to sit in front of a co-curricular committee and talk about what you have done and what you have learned from the process. The co-curricular committee will then make their recommendations for the remainder of the season.
Hi again, Panthers. This is Mrs. Welch sitting in for Mr. Wucky. I want to remind you of the importance of your academic scholarship on campus. It is important that you do your best work at all times, and that you turn in your work and not someone else's as your own. Academic dishonesty is one of our biggest violations that we have on campus. Please understand that the first time you commit an act of academic dishonesty, you will receive an F on the assignment and be put on an academic honesty contract. That contract lasts for 2 calendar years. If during the time of that contract you are found guilty of academic dishonesty a second time, you can be drop-failed from the class that infraction occurs in. Panthers, it's very important that you do your work and only your work at all times. We understand that collaboration takes place in many classes, so if you're unsure about the collaboration expectations, please communicate with your teachers. Thanks, Panthers.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Lapierre. You probably remember me from my outstanding performance in the front office. The Camarillo Airport? Do they get to fly planes? Right, they don't have their pilot license. But I'm here to talk to you about the Conejo Valley Acceptable Use Policy that each one of you signed this year. That policy, along with your parents, is an agreement for you to follow the rules and expectations that the school district and Newbury Park High School has regarding acceptable behavior and standards in terms of using technology resources here on campus. By signing the AUP, you are agreeing to obey the behavioral expectations and accept the established consequences that go along with violating the practices in the AUP. Here are some important rules and suggestions for you to follow under this policy. 1, make sure that you keep your passwords protected. Don't share them with any friends or on social media. Always use classroom appropriate language and actions when using technology devices here at school. And it can be in your classroom, in the library, or in a computer lab. Be responsible for how you treat others on your digital devices. Mr. Godfrey's already talked about harassment and bullying. This follows right along with it. Be responsible on how you use your technology. Be responsible for your conduct online, in and out of school. Truthfully represent your works. Protect your school network. Respect and preserve school property. Always cite your sources, and always follow the rules in the AUP. Just remember, there are consequences to actions, and we want you to be aware of those. So remember, when you do something online, that follows you for a long time. It can affect your status here at school. It also can affect your status when you're applying for a job, as well for college. So remember that your digital footprint doesn't just go away. It goes with you. Thank you.